Now that's where you dropped the ball, Michele. There was a perfect example for you to have done, a lesson on that. I've got, oh God, you're, it's obvious to me now that when I look at what you present and I look at what need is there for the people on your site, it is a marketing funnel for you to take advantage of people. And the fact that you're not educating them, that you're not showing them how to empower themselves, but you're selling all this New Age bullshit. And not all New Age is bullshit, but a lot of the stuff you're pushing is. I mean, I lost so much respect for you when you started on this quantum jumping thing. And for anyone who's watching this, I do believe in psychic ability, and I believe there is ways to measure it. But the point that I'm getting at, and I'm kind of rambling now and I didn't intend to, when I look at the events that led up to you kicking me out, it's obvious that you saw a threat with me. You saw someone who knows how to empower people. You saw someone who was showing people how to discern what is real and what's not. And your motivation was not to say, okay, here's someone with an idea about truth. Let's find out what truth is. You said, no. I'm pretending to be a spiritualist, but I've got a marketing plan, and I can't be spiritual and be marketing. And you chose the marketing path. I choose the spiritual one. I'll probably end up on the streets poor with nothing for it, but c'est la vie. I would rather tell someone how to empower themselves than keep them ignorant so that I can make money off of them. And here's what it boils down to. The fact that you kicked me off without so much as notice, you did that so nobody could see the actual discussion so that it could be debated. You did that so no one could see the discussion, to see that I had very good points and that there were a lot of, there were at least a few people who understood what I was saying. It was these, fairy pundits that you supported. It's just simple. I expect an apology. I want an apology in video format. Apologizing for giving me false hope. I asked you to use your intuition, and I specifically asked, do I need to dig in for the long haul, or are things going to get better soon? And you said there will be love and connection very, very, very soon. And then when I brought the point up, you brought the fact that there was one day I wasn't depressed or something. 4 months later, which is not very, very, very soon in my book, you tried to use something that I'd said in an email, which had nothing to do with what you had said earlier. And by my estimation, my life has just spiraled down. And so you gave me false hope when I specifically asked and depended on and believed in your intuition. Now I realize you're not even that good a psychic. Because if you were, you would have said, Rob, it's going to be rough. And also, judging by the screening and other reports I've had about your psychic ability and your people, you really push on the side of polishing a turd and calling it a gem. That doesn't help people. You got to be honest with people. And once again, I hesitate to say this because my friends and family will probably watch, and I don't want them thinking I'm any weirder than I already am. But even your screener said I am gifted to a degree. So I'm not coming from a know-nothing position here. And when I work with somebody and I give a reading and I see things, and even with your screener, I feel I'd much rather be honest with them than candy coat something to the degree that I am giving them a false impression. But then again, you're about marketing. So your goal, if you want to market these abilities, and then I think it's an abuse of these abilities too. If you have someone who is somewhat psychic and they use their psychic ability to impress somebody and then twist that information to pump them up so that when things go wrong, they come back to you. It's disgusting. It truly is. I mean, I've worked on mysticism all my life in one form or another. And what you're doing, it churns my stomach. So like I say, I want an apology for you misleading me. And I want an apology for you kicking me off without notice. I didn't even have a chance to go cut and paste information. I feel that's my intellectual property. You know, I really feel that you ought to send me a text file of everything I've ever written on your site. I think that would be appropriate since you kicked me off with no notice. You didn't even give me a warning. You didn't even have it, you know. And other people were surprised. Other people actually said, you know, I can't, no, Michele would never just kick you off without warning. No, you did. And, well, I'm pretty much running out of points to make. I think I've made all the points that I want to now. So I expect a video apology within the next 2 days. And if I don't receive it, I've got a lot of time on my hands lately. And I like to make videos. And I'm a very intelligent person. And there are a lot of other people out there with a lot of information about reads they've received from your people, and not all of them are favorable. So it's a simple, I expect the apology in video format, or, you know, I just might dedicate a lot of my time and effort into creating an online presence that investigates whether various psychic personalities are real or frauds and what their motivation is. And by kicking me off of your site because I wanted to investigate truth, says a lot about you. So, and no half-measure apology. No, I'm sorry you perceive it this way. No. I want to hear you were wrong. You were wrong. Your intuition was wrong. It was wrong for you to give me false hope. And it was wrong for you to kick me off without notice. I want to hear it in that context. And if you don't do that, then I've been wanting something to be passionate about for a long time. And you just might give me that.